What is up, YouTube watchers? My name is JT. I have been struggling with multiple sclerosis for 13 years now. When I first was in the hospital, they thought I had a stroke because it was all the symptoms of a stroke. But I was in the hospital for over a month and they did over 30 tests on me. They did an MRI on my brain and they seen that there was a lesion on my brain. They did a spinal tap on me, got the fluid from that, did the tests, and one day they came in my room and told me that I had a disease called multiple sclerosis. I didn't know what multiple sclerosis was. I've never heard of it before. When they explained it to me, and all the things that it could do to me in the future, I was very shocked. When I finally went home, I was home for about a month, and I was, struggling. The first thing that happened to me one day, I was sitting at home eating ice cream, and all of a sudden my stomach started burning super bad. The pain was just unbearable. I had to call a ambulance to come get me. When I was in the ambulance, they give me all kind of painkiller medicine. They give me morphine, Demerol, and Dilaudid, and it really didn't help. When I got to the hospital, they put me to sleep. They basically tore my stomach open. Found out that I had a perforated ulcer, which the ulcer blew up in my stomach basically, and they had to go in and patch that hole up. Uh, that was all caused, the ulcer was caused by all the steroids that they had given me in the hospital. Steroids is the only thing that can help a MS flare up. It can be a double-edged sword. I mean, it can be good for that, but it also can cause bad things to happen to your body. Because the second thing that happened to me, I was at I was at a friend's house and I started getting pains in my left hip, and it got worse. And the next day, it got so worse that I couldn't even put pressure on it, couldn't put my leg down, couldn't walk. So back to the hospital I go. They put me to sleep, did surgery on my hip, took my hip all the way out, put in things they call spacers, and left me with what they call a floating hip. I was on a walker for 10 months because my left hip was infected. I had MRSA. They put the PICC line in. I had to just put the antibiotics in the PICC line. And to make a long story short, after it got better, wasn't infected anymore, they tried to put in a hip replacement, which was unsuccessful because I was bleeding out. So they stitched me back up. I was back on the walker for another 4 months. They called me back in and said that we can go ahead and try to put another hip in for you. And the second try was successful. Uh, that was hard to deal with mentally and physically, but that's a mess for you. I moved to Oregon after that. I had to get away from Texas. It was just so bad that mentally I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get in a different environment. Um, in Oregon, my hip got infected again. I went to the hospital in Oregon. I got an orthopedic doctor, and uh, they had to take the hip replacement out. And they stitched me back up. I was back on the walker again for 4 months. Had to do another pick line in my arm. Had to distribute the antibiotics. And when it got better and there was no infection left, they put another hip replacement in, which is the one that I have today. I've had it for 11 years now, and it's been giving me problems for the last year and a half. I moved back to Texas. That's where I am now. Uh, now I have cervical spinal stenosis, which is the narrowing of your narrowing of the spine and where the nerve hits your bone and causes numbness, tingling in your hands. And basically, my foot I cannot feel; it's so numb. I do have tingling in my hands like almost every day. I have waken up and with a numb hand, couldn't use it for a day. So I'm gonna have to have surgery for the cervical spinal stenosis, and that is gonna take place in 5 days from now. I'm kind of used to having surgeries by now, um, but this surgery that I'm about to have is very invasive. They go through your throat, where you create your artery over. He told me he had to move my windpipe over. I guess he was talking about my esophagus. Uh, they get back to the spine. They take a piece of the bone out and put a cage in, infuse it, and sew you back up. And that'll take place, like I said, in 5 days. And in 5 days after that, well, probably a couple of days after I get recovered, I'll be in a neck brace for probably a month. But I'm gonna put out a video after the surgery. So, guys, that's it. Just wanted to just give you a little recap if you haven't watched my videos before. And I want to thank you for watching. And I hope everybody has a good week, has a good weekend, has a good day, whatever. But be good or be good at it. One more thing, I just wanted to say if you can't understand me, it's my speech. I'm sorry. I do the best that I can. And also, I noticed that I lick my lips a lot. You see my tongue, and I'm sorry for that too. It's kind of gross, but anyway, subscribe if you want, like the video, and thanks for watching.